also noticing some imperfections in the wall, little dips and dabbles and little dents, but you won't be able to see it behind the wallpaper. That last one came out pretty good. I think that's the best one we've done.
So far, yeah.
So
Maybe this one will be even better.
we're getting better with practice. Yeah, now that it's behind the door, it'll be perfect, right?
Perfectly hidden. Look at that last panel, it's gonna barely even make it.
Yeah. The first one's like a guess. Yeah, we're way off on this one. And you can see the paint coming through pretty bad over here, so this corner has to come down quite a bit. Try that. Oh, that looks pretty good. That looks good. The overlap looks good. There. That little bump stuck right there.
Use the X-Acto to cut.
Yeah, you might have to cut a little circle right there. So we have a little spot down here at the bottom. I'll try to show you. It's where the door stop goes against the wall. Let's see. You have to kind of feel it. It's like right here. See that? So, I'm not sure what to do with that. You want to try to get down there with two hands and just kind of feel around, and I guess just cut an X. And it's way down on the bottom, so, and it's behind the door. So it's less important, but just, I guess, do the best you can, but don't sweat it if it isn't perfect. Yeah, you might have to cut a notch out, or the rest of it's not going to lay right.
I know. Don't be so OCD.
Yeah, you get the gist. So while she's cutting that out, We still have to go over with the squeegee and go over that last piece real quick. But you can start to really see the picture. I'll back out. Now you guys like the picture? You think it's too busy? Or do you like it? I like it. And if you like it, then we're good. I like the water.
I love it. I'll never get that.
You ever come to the bathroom and think you got to go to the bathroom and you're not really sure, but now you can look at this waterfall and go, oh yeah, here it comes. Boom, done.
Oh yeah.
Okay, for this last piece, we only need a 6-inch strip. And I would add an inch. You're going to have a little overlap. So, yeah, 7 inches. So, there's about a 1-inch gap here that where the wall makes a right turn. But I'm going to allow that extra inch that I'm going to cut. So, we're going to go 7 inches on the left side of that next panel and cut it. And then that'll give us some overlap. You know, some overlap for this one. And it'll also rest on that wall nice and not up on here. And then I'll be able to cut it right out of the corner real nice with the X-Acto knife. The hard part is going to be cutting a straight line on that, the length of that whole panel. That's going to be the challenge. So we need a 7-inch. We need a 7-inch cut on that left panel.
Let the fun begin.
Yep. Okay, we're on the very last piece. So we took the strip out to the back porch. There's a very long, hard table out there. And we measured it off 7 inches. And we cut it out there. And it actually went very well, I think. I think this might be a little tricky, but
It's going to be more challenging because it wants to curl
it wants to curl
every
up.
which way.
And it's harder to reach too.
This side. I don't know if I can actually help you.
Let me get it started up here. We'll figure it out. Okay. Now I need to see. I just need to bring this down. Let me make sure we're just maintaining some overlap. I think that's good. I might need that tool for this corner. It'll work better.
You need to cut a notch. Ooh.
I got a bad wrinkle right there.
Maybe you need some oil of old lady wrinkle cream. Do you want to cut like a notch where it meets the top of the door?
I don't think it'll. I think it's gonna go. I'm very happy that you're able to pull it back off and put it back down.
That's a saver for sure.
We're good to there. Yeah, the knife's working really good, putting it in the corner. Okay.
I feel like it's really brightened up the room. It's kind of hard to see in this little corner.
Man, that went in the corner so well, I don't even know if I want to cut it. Like, should we just cut that top off and just let this sit in the corner?
That was my plan.
Because
That's why I said, do you want to cut a
that way
notch
we
up
don't
there?
have to paint it. Because it's going to be hard to paint in there.
Absolutely. That was my plan all along.
Well, good plan, baby.
Just notch that up there and peel off that top because you're not going to want to piece any wallpaper up there.
Oh, that 7-inch cut laid that thing in there really nice.
That was great.
So you want to cut this little rectangle off right here?
Don't you think?
Yeah. I mean, you can paint this to the corner. And this part will come out, but who cares, right?
Right.
Where's the exact knife?
Yeah, that looks way better in the corner than paint would anyway.
It does. It kind of, I don't know, it just mirrors nicely.
And I feel like if you try to put a paintbrush in there, you'll probably paint the
Oh,
wallpaper.
yeah.
Because that looks like that happened in a few other spots.
Okay, so I'm just going to go.
That X-Acto knife is not the best. It's got a rusty blade. Do you want the plastic tool to hold it in the corner and cut against?
So I don't cut it. I don't want to rip the paper.
That's what happened down below when I was doing it. I was ripping the paper because the blade is dullish.
There's a little corner right there that's ripped.
Want me to get?
It's probably up there high enough that our mold
Yeah.
is going to cover it. But I mean, it's behind the door. You
Take
can't
a
see it.
measurement for that.
The rest of that looks pretty good. All right. Yeah, we're pretty happy with that. So another not completed DIY because we still got to put some trim molding up there. That's at least probably 2 inches wide. And then some trim molding on the bottom that's probably another 1.5 inches wide.
And I need to figure out that side piece, what I want to do with that. Maybe some trim, I'm not sure yet.
Yeah, there's a little imperfections on the wall over here, and we ended up with a little bit of a bleed through with the pink wall coming out. But I think we have enough spare. We might be able to get a little piece in there and blend it in a little better, but we'll see.
And also we can paint the rest of this pink now. We have that beige-ish white color. We're going to paint that, and then we can hang the towel holders, the toilet paper holder, and eventually we're going to get a new sink and vanity.
New vanity, yeah.
A new light fixture in here. And I want to put some wood trim around this mirror.
Mm-hmm.
So, a few things to do still.
And I don't know if we'll get to all of this in one shot.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. But we can get this trim molding maybe this weekend and we can finish that up.
Yeah, we can do that. We can do the painting part.
Yeah.
And the hanging of the accessories.
Yeah.
But the vanity and the mirror and the light thing, that's a whole nother time.
That's a whole nother thing. Yeah, I think it looks good.
I love it.
Definitely brightens up the room. And these rooms are dark.
They are very
all of them are dark.
Which is why we had to bring in extra lighting when we're doing any work.
But the ceiling is nice. You see the wood and the rafters and all that, but it makes for a very dark room. We're getting there.
I love it.
Yep. Hey guys, DIY time. So we're back in the bathroom and we put this mural up on the wall. Now we have some trim work to do and then we have some painting. So I'm going to go ahead and get busy with the trim work, and I'll flip this camera around so you can kind of see, and I'll talk through what I'm doing. Okay. So what we have is a small, it's kind of hard to see, but there is a small trim board right along here. It's a quarter round. We're going to pull that off and we're going to be putting in a board like so. Now this is not real wood, it's some kind of plastic. I have this one cut out to go over here where the door stop is, and I've cut around it. A better cut would have been to do a nice little circle, but to me it's behind the door. I don't really care. I'm not going to spend that extra time trying to see if I even have a keyhole saw to cut a round piece right there. So this is the trim piece. I'm just using this as a demo. First thing we're going to do is we're going to remove the trim board, and we are going to repurpose the trim board. We think what we're going to do is take the quarter round and we're going to run it up this vertical spot here, but first we need to get it off, and these are good tools to do that. Just a nail puller and a hammer, and this is kind of overkill, this size hammer. I was going to use a little tack hammer, but just don't hit it too hard and don't break it. And we're not trying to break this piece, we're trying to reuse it. So let's see how easy it pulls off. Looks like we have two pieces down here where they put two together. This is hard on the knees, man. I need me a knee board. So this piece here, we'll probably just toss this piece here and reuse that other one. That came off pretty easy. And we'll set this to the side because we're going to reuse that. So this will be our new piece. This is a full-size piece. And it'll go on there. I think it'll go on there like that. Yeah. So, what we're going to do is we're going to run some liquid nail and finishing nails. So here's the little box of finishing nails we got. Actually, they call them panel nails. I call them finishing nails, but they have a little grip on them. We'll use these to tack the board in place. And we just got some cheap liquid nails. I know this ain't the high end, but these are like a third the price of the liquid nail name brand. Should do the same thing. We're always trying to do this on a budget. See if I can turn it in such a way you can see most of the board. Alright, so I've already cut the angle piece off of here. And you just open up your caulk gun. We had several of these at the campground and didn't keep any of them. So I had to buy another one. That's not fun. And if any of y'all were wondering what this thing here is for, it's to punch a hole in the top of the can. Some people don't know that. So, handy little tool. And you stick it in there. Get the slice going. I like it on the downside. And then as you crank it, it will push the liquid nail out the end, and then you just, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to, I don't know how fast it's going to come out, so we don't want it to come out too fast. And we're just going to kind of, let me see this for a minute. The way this is made is it has a lip and a lip. So putting glue in here isn't really going to help. It kind of needs to be up on top of this lip. And I don't know if I'm going to do both sides or not, but probably just the one side. But we'll go ahead and put some glue on here. Kind of like that. Whoop. Making a mess. I think I will put some on both sides because I think I have plenty of this stuff. I'm just going to run it right down. I'm squeezing the trigger here, the hand trigger, as I attempt to aim it. Then we'll put a little bead down the bottom also, the bottom riser. I don't think this stuff sets up real quick either, so you don't have to be like in a hurry, like if you're gluing PVC pipe where you have to kind of hurry up. I might come out of your picture for a minute, but I'm doing this all the way down the length of the board. Okay, and then to keep it from dripping out the bottom, just take the pressure off by pushing that And I'll set this to the side. Fat side down. It does have a beveled side. I put the fat side down. And then press it. Seems to be holding pretty well. I'm going to put some tack nails in there because it is kind of bowing out in the middle. Let me see. I think the easiest way to do this will be just to sit down. Ooh, getting old sucks. So you don't have to put, I mean, I'd say probably 4 to 6 inches apart all the way down. I'm putting them at the bottom. So the head kind of disappears into the crease of the fake wood. And this piece up here will look nice. You won't see it. And these nails are the same color as the trim board. So they are painted and they have them in different colors. So that wasn't by mistake. I tried to get them so they'll blend into the board and you don't see them the best we could. So I'll go ahead and finish. Okay, I've added this same trim board. I did the one at the bottom. I still got to do that little piece at the end there. And then here's the one for the top. I still have to finish nailing it. It's nailed about halfway down. It's got the liquid nail on it, and then I have to cut a little piece to go right there. So we're going to finish that up real quick. How do you think it looks, Madam Mayor? Welcome to the party.
I saw a little spot. I love it. I love that it's a lighter color than this dark wood.
Yeah, it kind of makes it trim, doesn't it?
Yeah, and this whole wallpaper just brightens up this room. And when we get rid of the rest of the pink, it's gonna be like a whole different bathroom.
I think so.
I love it.
Okay, so we finished our trim work there across the top. And now we're starting to do our taping, our masking, and prep for changing the colors. And here's the other piece we did here. We're going to change this from, I don't know if it's pink, it's like a mauve or rose color. And we're going to change it to, what color is the paint?
The paint is
a light,
it's like a
something.
gray beige-ish.
Yeah, it's this color. So we did find this on markdown. It's, you know, when someone gets a mixes paint and they don't want it, they bring it back, they refund them. The store loses money. That's why it says no refund as is. But we like the colors. Like, hey, that'll work. Let's take it. So this was another great deal. This one at Lowe's.
Yeah, and we can use this in the other bedroom as well.
Right. So we're painting 2 rooms with this, but it's really just one accent wall in each room. Okay, here's how the painting's going. We still gotta do the touch up. We're doing the roller paint job first. We still have a lot here to get done. I don't think we're gonna get done today. And then once we get this room done, Come over to this room. And hard to see here with the light, but this blue wall is going to turn the same color. Just too dark. So I'm starting to prep it for some paint.
So in this room, it's a very dark blue. Going to be going over this with the same color we just did in the bathroom, which almost looks white. And it's just this wall over here that needs to be painted all the way back into there. And it also, if you can see up here, this wood on the top needs to be painted also. I don't know if I'm going to leave it the blue or paint it the white yet. And I'm assuming this also will take 2 coats because it's so dark. But that is the before of this very dark blue. And I'll show you what it looks like when we get into painting it.
Okay, I just want to do a real quick wrap-up video on this, the paint. We painted this room. This is the bathroom. There's not much in here. So when we get to the other room though, excuse the mess. But this room is pretty clean. There's nothing in it. It's pretty sterile. It's because we've been painting. So if you remember, we got the trim board up. We got the trim board down at the bottom. And we're going to use the quarter round at some point, and we're probably going to put it right here, but we're kind of pressed for time to get some other things done. So that'll be another day, but we have the trim. We just set it in the other room for now. But we wanted to get this done so we could get the towel bar hung up. So we got the towel bar hung up last night. We got the toilet paper roll holder hung up last night. And I think it looks pretty cool. I like the way it kind of blends into the wall, and you really don't see it unless you're looking at it, and it's kind of cool. So anyway, we like the wallpaper. So this was kind of a, I don't know, like a pink, a mauve, I don't know what you want to call it. That's what color it was. And so we wanted to brighten this room up because, again, the challenge in this cabin has been trying to get light into the rooms. All the wood makes everything dark. So we wanted to lighten this room up. So this is basically off-white, kind of a dull white, but you can see it brightens the room up. You know, eventually we're going to be replacing this, but not right now. So we just want to get it painted, lightened up, and put it back into functional use because remember, we have one bathroom, so it has to be functional. All right, so now we'll go into the other room. This is our secondary bedroom. We're using it as more of a storage closet, more of a storage room. The electric panel is in here underneath those bunks. These bunks were already here. We're just using them to put stuff up. So we painted this wall. It was blue. It was this color blue. So we wanted to lighten this room up as well because it's a very dark room. And this lighting's going to go away. In fact, this light here is broken. So we're going to replace this. We don't know what with yet, but we just wanted to get this wall white. It could use a second coat, and we'll do that at some point in the future. But for right now, we got some other more pressing issues to get to. So we do got the wall whitened up, and at least that's done. And we will continue to work on this, and we'll bring that to you when we get back on the job. But we're going to call this a 95% finished product, and we're just going to leave it as it is right now because we got other things to do.